Hi, I'm Clara.
And I'm Albert.
And we're the co-founders of Oimo, and we make packaging that nature can handle. We started our startup to tackle the global problem of ocean plastics. A total of 9 million metric tons of plastic enter our oceans every year, and 40% of that is actually packaging. The other side of the problem that we figured out and made our idea to tackle ocean plastics worthy of making a business from was the one that manufacturers, producers, and companies that use plastic have. They're under a lot of consumer and legislative pressure to change from plastics and didn't actually have a technology which would be able to substitute what they were currently using. Our solution are scalable biomaterials which are tailored to end client needs. They're biodegradable in seawater in less than 4 weeks and compatible with current plastic manufacturing machinery. But Oimo material is different to current bioplastics and hence the innovation. And that's because our material is compostable and marine degradable naturally, where other solutions in the market like PLA were actually compostable in every environment and require industrial processing. So what else can we bring to the table which is better than other solutions? We made sure that when formulating our material, it was competitively priced and really easily scalable, which means that ultimately it's an implementable solution which is sustainable both for the environment and for companies. The way we work is we take our base material and on ad hoc development projects for our clients to tailor it to their end specifications, and then we organize the pellet supply. We actually figured out that we were able to reduce a total of 50,000 tons of CO2 per client per year on average, by just replacing one piece of packaging. And that's where we are now, but where we began is a really interesting story which we would like to share today. And to do that, I'm going to pass you over to my co-founder, Albert, who's going to tell us where everything began at Brunel University.
Thank you, Clara. Yes, so actually I'm going to explain a little bit about something that I don't usually talk about because really we never have time in pitches to just give so much information. But I think I've wanted to share this for a while, and I think it's quite interesting because everything really began on my inspiration on trying to end plastic waste, as obviously many of us probably do. But I had a really good opportunity as in Brunel University, I actually studied industrial design, and I had the chance in my final project to try and, through design and technology, tackle a problem. And this was what I wanted to tackle. What if I use something for 30 seconds, I need it to last for hundreds of years? Well, that's plastic. And actually, plastic is over-engineered and we're giving it a use that is not the correct. So I thought, obviously, there's going to have to be a solution to this. After the moment felt right because Blue Planet 2 came out and everyone was talking about plastics, I felt the pressure to really push this further and develop a project on trying to find this solution. And really, this is where it all started, actually. It all started in this not very good-looking kitchen at one of the houses around campus, which you might know, they're not very, very great. So actually, I started studying a little bit about bioplastics and how you can actually grab materials that come from nature, start heating them up, and making plastic from them, bioplastic from them. So I spent nights and nights just mixing up ingredients in this. Actually, this is a picture of the actual one. Just trying to get the right formulation. And really what I started trying to fix was an application called the can holder or the ring pack that we normally see in supermarkets that are used for transportation and carriage of cans, as you see in the picture. Most of you might probably be familiar with. And I decided to name the project Edible Plastic. This was what it was in the beginning. Edible plastic, why? Because, well, all the materials that I used came from the food industry. So anyone could eat it. And that's why we say that our materials are actually harmless for marine life. But obviously, this wasn't really the purpose of the product. No one really has to eat it. Not just now. Maybe we'll see in the future. I'm just kidding. but yeah, this was my project, and this obviously started evolving. And with time, I actually got a chance to exhibit in the Oxo Tower as part of my design degree. We actually had an event where I surprisingly got awarded for the most sustainable project of the year, which was amazing because it was the first award, and it felt like I was finally doing things right. And then actually I attended, because everyone was telling me how good the project was. I actually didn't have much faith in it at the start, but I actually decided in the end to attend the Innovation Hub at Brunel. And actually, after meeting Clara, that was really the final stepping stone we had to achieve to really start this company, because we registered the startup, and we actually won the venture competition that they organize every year. And with that money, we actually managed to get going. And we managed to pay for our first patent, and we managed to pay for resources to try and get more money towards the company. So, ending up with a story, really, just to see a global picture of where we are at now, and what was Clara talking about. So we started around 2017, the project. And we after many meetings of trying to get more funds for our company, we managed to get our first investment by the end of 2019. We managed to raise 150,000 euros, and we got them from a Spanish investor. So Clara and I actually decided to come back to Barcelona for that reason. And after a lot of work and effort, we managed to develop the first product, which is the Oimo, the pellet that Clara shown before. And we're planning to close our first contracts by the end of 2020. At the same time, in 2021, we're planning to test our first products on the market. The principal one is the Oimo Rigid, which is for injection molding for rigid plastic parts, as the name indicates. And at the same time, we're going to try and work on getting the project of the original one, the Oimo Ring, and an Oimo Flexible, which also will be for similar applications, for more flexible lines like films that you see in the food industry or in the secondary packaging market, for instance. And obviously, we wouldn't have gone there without expanding our team and without the integration of two amazing people. There's our polymer engineer and head of R&D, Grégoire Baucher, and Robert Nadal, which is our CFO and the person who takes care of getting more money for the company, and as well as the support of two Spanish plastic institutes that we managed to get, and a great board of advisors that actually give us mentorship throughout every decision that we take in the day-to-day. So throwing it back to Clara, I think you want to...
Yeah, I'll wrap it up. I think you talk too much. But just to show our latest traction, we spun out of Brunel University. We actually graduated in 2019. We started our company here in Spain last year, and this year we were awarded the best new innovation by the King and President of Spain. This was really important to us because not only did it validate our idea, but it also validated the need for innovation within the green economy. So we were really, humbled by that. And just to finish and wrap this up, we always kind of end on this note, but plastic pollution is a huge problem, and it's not only a huge problem for our oceans, it's a problem for our society. And plastic is so common now, it's already moved back into our food chain. Humans ingest a whole credit card worth every week in weight of microplastics. And that's because when you have a plastic product and it does end up in nature, it degrades into small particles which end up in our food systems. So the time is now, the time is for change, and it's not only for us, it's for our nature